Hi, I'm Cynthia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful bubble dress with a tight waist. So you can style this in any style you want. So if it's your first time coming across my video, you are very much welcome. And to my returning subscribers, thanks for always watching my video. So I've gone ahead to fold this fabric into two. I'm cutting the front and the back together. And I also went ahead to keep an allowance for the front as you can see, for the slits that will be at the front. So I'll be working with my tape, my chalk and my scissors for this particular tutorial. So guys, we'll go ahead and take our shoulder measurement. So I'll go ahead and mark our shoulder. So once we are done marking our shoulder, we'll be taking our neckline. So our neckline we are just going to be working with 3 inches. After our neckline, we'll be taking our neck depth. We'll be taking the back neck depth first because we are cutting the back and the front. I know that the back neck depth is normally high. It's normally high neck. So once I'm done with that, I'll connect it to the neckline. So I'll also go ahead and also take the front neck depth. Sorry, I'll be taking the front neck depth for this. So as you can see, we'll be taking the front one. So just go ahead and connect it together like so. So once I was done doing that, I'll now go ahead and take our sleeve length, the length of our sleeve. I'm just adjusting the camera so that it will see it very well. So we'll go ahead and take the length of our sleeve from the shoulder to the length, the desired length you want. So I'll go ahead and mark that. So I'll be going down by 1.5 inch for the shoulder slant. You know our shoulder is not straight, so we're going to be slanting it. So I went down by 1.5 inch. So I'll just go ahead and draw a line and connect this together like so. Once I'm done, from that my shoulder slant, I'll go ahead to take my sleeve opening. So once I'm done taking that sleeve opening, I will now place my tape and take my waist measurement. I'm not marking the bust measurement because I don't need this. It's a free dress. So I'll just go ahead and take my waist measurement. For my waist, I'll be taking my hip measurement as well. Well, let me adjust the camera down so you can see what I'm really doing. You know, I can't really move this fabric. It's kind of very silky. So I'll now go ahead and mark my hip measurement. So once I'm done marking my hip measurement, I will now go ahead also to mark the upper nail. So I need it. And I also mark the full length of this dress I'm working with. So I'm marking the upper nail now. So I'll go ahead and mark the full length as well. Sorry, my camera couldn't reach that point. I didn't know that it wasn't, but you understand, just the full length of the dress. Just go ahead and mark the full length. So once I was done doing that, I will now go ahead and insert my hip measurement on my knee line. So on that knee line, I'll be inserting my hip measurement there. That is where I'll be taking exactly my hip measurement. I may add it like a 1 inch is allowance, but just go ahead and take my hip measurement. So I'll just go ahead and mark that. From that my knee, I'll also take that measurement down to the full length of this dress. So as my hip line now, I'll go ahead and insert my hip measurement, and I'll also be adding the allowance for the freeness of this gown. As you can see, I'll take my hip measurement and I'll be adding the allowance. So just go ahead and add the extra allowance for the Bubu, you know, the kind of the cow Bubu style. So I just went ahead and add 6 inches. I don't want it too bogus. So from there now I'll be connecting it back to my knee line. That part that I took the knee measurement. It's just like this chalk is not really showing. But the fabric is kind of it's a very secure fabric. So I don't want to be in a haste so that it will not, I don't even know what I'm going to say. So I just went ahead and connected the line to that, the knee line, and also took it down to the full length of the dress. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. Even though my camera can't reach there, so it couldn't reach there, and I didn't want to shift the fabric to avoid it misbehaving. So now from that, I will go ahead to measure whatever I have as my shoulder line. I'll go ahead and also put it at that my sleeve opening. Where I mark my sleeve opening, I'll be putting the exact measurement I have. So that is what I'm doing. I'm marking the same thing. So from there, I'll be connecting it to my shoulder. So this is now our sleeve opening. So from that my sleeve opening, I will not just go ahead and join it to the waistline and the hip line. I'll go down by 1 inch so that I can easily curve it in. That part will not be straight, to be somehow curving. So I'll just go down by 1 inch as you see me doing it. So I'll now go ahead and curve it in so that I can join it to the hip line. So all the way to the hip, my waist, to the sleeve opening of this dress. So guys can see that this fabric is really kind of, I don't even know what I'm going to say. It's just kind of, so once I'm done doing that, you can see. So just curve it there because that part is not straight. You just have to just curve it to that sleeve opening. So once I'm done doing this, I'll now go ahead and cut with my scissors. As you can see, I'll be cutting my shoulder first. Just go ahead and cut it out. So I'll be adjusting the camera so you see how I'll be cutting the neck part. So I'll be cutting the back neck first because that is a high neck. I'll cut the back neck first. When I'm done cutting it, I'll go ahead and cut all the shape of my fabrics, the line, all the everything. So once I'm done doing that, I will now be coming for the front part. I will now be cutting the front neckline. But the first thing you should cut is your back neckline so that when you are done cutting, you can remove the back away and now cut the front part. So I'll just go ahead and keep cutting. Just shifting the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So guys, I'm done cutting everything. So now I'll be removing the back from the front. I'll now go ahead and adjust it. I'll be removing the back from the front so that I can be able to cut the front neck. You can see the front neck is deeper than the back, so I'll just go ahead and adjust it. As you can see, I'll just go ahead and make sure that it's equal so that I will not be having any issue with it. Now go ahead and draw my neckline for the back. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So guys, I'm done cutting the neckline. I'm done cutting the neck for the front. So I'll now go ahead and open up the slit for the front. So I'll just go ahead and open the slits. I'll just adjust my cloth very well and I'll be opening that allowance I added in the front part. So I'll be opening the slit for the front. So just be careful, these fabrics. Whenever you're working with a silky fabric like this and it's very light, it's kind of very tough. You have to work with your pin and you be careful with whatever you are doing. So guys, I'm done cutting everything. Now I've gone ahead to also cut facing for both the back and for the front part of this dress. I've cut the facing, so you can see this is the facing for it. Now these are the strips that I'll be using for the belt. I'll be putting belt in both the front and the back because you know this dress can style it any way you want. You can make the waist of the back and the front to be tight. You can make just the front waist part to be tight. So guys, as you can see, I'm done turning the facing. See the back part, I'm done turning the facing. I've turned it. So just go ahead and iron it. I did the same thing for the front as well. I turned the facing for the front and also went ahead to stitch the allowance that I dropped for the front. As you can see, I went ahead to stitch it down. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I went ahead to stitch it down like so. So now I'll go ahead to use my iron and press it down. I'll just use my iron and press it down very well. And I'll also be using my hemming gum to hem it, to hold it down so that it will be stiff and it will not be moving. So I'll go ahead to fold it like so, press it, and also add hemming gum to it. The hemming gum will make it to be stable. Like it's going to hold it to the dress. Just go ahead and iron it and put hemming gum. So these are the belts. I've torn the belts. I've already torn it out. So it's for me to give it a very nice press. So once I'm done pressing it, I'll come back and show you guys what it's looking like. So guys, this is it. For the front part, I'm done ironing it with my hemming gum. You can see it's not moving. It's just attached to the dress and it makes it so neat. There's no need to run a stitch on it. It's just holding it so down. Very neat. So we'll now go ahead and take our measurement from the shoulder to the waist. So we'll be taking our measurement from the shoulder to the waist, where we are going to be inserting our belt. So for me, from the shoulder to the waist, I'm taking like 15 inches for my waist measurement. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that my camera, seriously, I was using the back of my phone, the back camera of my phone for this particular tutorial because the front camera was not that clear. So I have to use the back. So I didn't know that my camera wasn't really showing me everything. You can see sometimes I'll just go and check. So I just went ahead to take from my shoulder to my waist. I'll be repeating the same thing to the back and I'll make sure that you see what I'm doing at the back part. So I went ahead to divide my waist into 4. You can see I have a center there. So I'll be, from that center, I'll be taking the half part of my waist. I'll be doing the same thing to the other side. So this is the back part. So I want to really show you guys what I did at the front. It's just the same thing. So I went ahead to fold the back into 2 like so. So I went ahead to fold it into 2 like so. So as you can see, I'm just trying for it to look so this. So I now went ahead to measure from the shoulder to the waist. So let me adjust my camera so that I can really see what I did here. As you can see from the shoulder, you can see from the shoulder to the waist. Are you seeing it now? Then I divided my waist into 4 from the center of this dress to wherever my measurement is. That is where we'll be inserting the belt. So I went ahead to pin it so that when I turn it, I'll be getting the same measurement at the other side. As you can see, I'll just go ahead and use my tape to confirm if it's the same thing. From shoulder to my waist, 15. Then I divided my waist into 4. Just the same thing. This is what I did at the front part. If you didn't really pick up what I did. So these are the belts. So I'll go ahead to insert the belt. After inserting the belt, I'll be joining this side. So you just see what I'll be doing. Just go ahead and attach the belt to it. So you can see I'm done attaching the belt. Both the front and the back, I've attached my belt to it. Just use a simple stitch and do that. It will still be looking very neat. So guys, I'll now go ahead to do the finishing touches. I'll go ahead and join the side, the shoulder and the side of this dress. So guys, you can see I've joined the shoulder, I've joined the sides, I've closed the sides of this dress. Now it's just remaining to turn up the arm, the hand, the sleeve open, I mean to say, and also to hem the down of this dress. So once I'm done doing that, I'll be wearing this cloth and show you guys how it came out. So guys, this is how the cloth is looking. It's so beautiful. So please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Please subscribe to this channel, and please give this video a thumbs up, and please always try to watch my videos because I upload videos like this every week. And thank you once again to drop by. Thank you.